begin with oohs and ahs. Oh, perfect. First of all, Agnes was accused of making 12 people lose the power of speech. Very choral, I like it. Brilliant, we'll do scales, yeah. Worse than that, she was also accused of making a woman fall off her horse and break her leg. As they get louder, so more walk-on characters. Look at the costume, that one, it looks just like a dog. Yeah. The third charge is the worst of all. The most despicable, the most evil. Agnes was accused of bringing the devil to Edinburgh and making him bite Betty Curry. Ooh. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going, eh? Now, this was enough evidence. Agnes was found guilty of being a witch. She was thrown in the loch, she floated, and so she was taken to the castle and burnt alive. A sad story, but not that important, as Agnes would die just a few years later, because a few years later, in 1645, half of Edinburgh died, victims to Scotland's biggest ever killer. Does anyone know what this was? Any ideas? No? No ideas. You're just silent. The pest, yeah! The plague, pest. Yeah, I know another word in German, pest. Yeah. Or the plague, as it was called in English, the Black Death. Now, it came to Scotland a few times, but in 1645, the plague killed half of Edinburgh, 20,000 people. And it was very bad here because back then, people used to have a dirty habit. That's not this man, he's nothing to do with it, right? I don't know what he does in his spare time. There was no toilets, there were no sewers, there was no running water. So people got rid of their filth and mess in a very different way. Every night at the same time, I don't know, maybe 7:15, 7:20. Is that about right? On a Tuesday, a man came down the street. 20 past, yeah. A man came down the street with a drum. Now his drum beat was a signal for everyone to get to their windows. There in their windows, they had a bucket. And in the bucket was all the filth, all the sewage, all the mess of the day. So listening for their cue, they pulled the bucket back, and then, if you're going to look up, don't open your mouth. And then, they threw it out! Throw it out! Now, see! Come on! Okay. Well done. You're all safe there. Of course, you would be safe if you knew the warning. There was no warning before they threw this bucket out. Well, there was a warning. The warning was a cry of the word Garzyloo. Garzyloo came from French. Oh God, Vinny. Oh, leave it in there. You felt it, wasn't it? Oh, idiot! I know. Bring a book. Oh, idiot, filthy woman! 3 years in drama school.